Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. In this video lecture, I am going to talk about a feminist literary term. This term is womanist. So the term womanist was coined by Alice Walker in her work called In Search of Our Mother Garden Womanist Prose, which was published in the year 1983. According to Walker, womanist refers to feminists of color. What is this feminist of color now? So this means women who are black in color, and also they are called as black feminists who try to oppose against sexism. What is this sexism now? So sexism means discrimination against women on the basis of sex. So they try to oppose against this issue, and also they are held as victims of racism. So in order to revolt against these types of social injustices, they formed these several different women try to form their own community in which they are openly able to challenge these types of issues and attain freedom from these issues or social injustices that they are facing being part of this society. Then, according to Walker, womanist unites women of color with feminist movement at the intersection of race, class, gender. This means womanists actually are women of black color belonging to feminist community. They, after uniting with each other, oppose against myriad forms of social injustices being prevalent in society, and those injustices are related to race, class, gender, etc. So these women who are black in color, they in their life endured so many kinds of injustices, atrocities, like they being used as an object for whites for reproduction of slaves. They are raped many times by whites, and they are also held as victims of sexual abuse. They are physically tortured, discriminated on several different grounds, beaten badly. These women, in order to maintain their black womanhood, they try to love each other, because they already being part of the society, they are receiving hatred. So in order to maintain their black womanhood, they try to love each other. Means these women started loving each other sexually or non-sexually to become strength of each other. This concept is called as womanist. Alice Walker, in order to talk about her concept called womanist, she describes this term in a more clear terms. She says that womanist as a woman. So here woman means black woman who loves other women sexually and or non-sexually. This means that when these black women started receiving hatred from each and every ground or from each and every end, they started taking care of themselves, and by taking care of themselves, they started to love each other. They found one solution in the middle of these gloominess, that they started loving each other, and hence they are able to emotionally support each other and become a strength of each other. And also they are able to realize that there is somebody who could listen to their sufferings, and those sufferings are common sufferings. When these black women are able to share their common pain as well as sufferings with each other, it ultimately led them to form or to establish foundation of forming their own community, where they are able to oppose or openly challenge against the injustices that they are being facing or enduring being part of this society. So these women are facing so many forms of injustices for so long. So as a result, they try to form their own community. And when these women are receiving love from each and everywhere, it ultimately let an individual woman know the importance of loving herself. So this is a situation when an individual sees herself, so many other women started loving her and supporting each other. Ultimately it made an individual woman realize how much they are important to themselves. At that spot they start self loving. Let's see some advantages of becoming womanist. So when black women realize the power of being womanist, this feeling of being womanist inspire other black women to join hands or unite with each other in forming their own feminist community, in which they revolt against myriad forms of oppressions as well as injustices. Then these women, black women, became listener of each other's sufferings. So these women become listener to each other's sufferings. They acts as an emotional support and for each other, and it made black women realize that there is someone in this world who could listen them. यानी कि उन्हें ऐसा लगने लग गया था कि इस दुनिया में कोई तो है जो उनकी सफरिंग्स को सुन पाएगा एंड समझ पाएगा. सो ब्लैक वुमेन ने मिलकर एक कम्युनिटी फॉर्म की जहाँ पर वो सारे अपने पेन और सफरिंग्स को एक दूसरे के सामने एक्सप्रेस करते थे एंड कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को बातें बताकर, यानी वुमेन ही दूसरी वुमेन को बातें बताकर कहीं ना कहीं वो अपने पेन को हील कर रहे थे. देन जितने भी बर्डन था जो कि अब तक उनकी लाइफ में चलता आ रहा है, तो उन्होंने अपनी कम्युनिटी एक फॉर्म करके इस्टेब्लिश करके उस बर्डन से रिलीफ पाने की कोशिश की, लोगों को बता के कि उन्होंने क्या क्या अपनी लाइफ में फेस किया. देन दे आर एबल टू, दे कैन डू वेलबींग ऑफ ईच अदर. How they are able to do well-being of each other. So the womanist or black woman tends to love each other, which made them realize importance of self-loving. Through it they become emotional support, strength of each other, and started taking care of each other, and in this way they ensure well-being of all humanity. It also includes male along with females. These black women, after seeing so much hardships in their life, these hardships ultimately realize them that how much it is important to gain economic freedom. So they develop idea of establishing their own business, and after developing that idea, they all women try to support each other by giving different ideas of establishing business. So they are in a way diffusing their own business ideas with each other, and thus they are able to provide economic support by helping each other in establishing a business. That you can see in a work called Color Purple by Alice Walker. In that particular work, we see that all women try to support each other in establishing pant business. Alice Walker's work called Color Purple, this work can be considered as a paragon of womanist text, because in this work Alice Walker tries to showcase black women who are victims of oppression and several different forms of injustices that they are being enduring for so long, like they are sexually abused, raped, beaten several times, but they in the end realize need of forming their own female community in which they become listener to each other's sufferings, and thus in a way they are able to heal each other by sharing their common pain and sufferings, and become an emotional support as well as strength of each other. And also they are able to take care of each other by living in this female community. And when these people who are receiving hatred from everywhere, when at that a movement came in their life when these black female realize that it is very important for them to love each other. So they are, when these people are receiving love from each and everywhere, they this made them ultimately realize them that how much self love is important. And also they in end economically became independent by starting up their own business of pants. This business economically empowered them, and this led to black women triumph at the end of this novel. Now with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.